Good evening, everyone. Hello, hello, and welcome to a discussion on A Course in Miracles. I'm Teri Angel here with my beautiful co-host, Karen Palmer, to lead this discussion. Hi, Karen. Good evening.
Hello.
And hello to all the beautiful people joining us, both on Zoom and those who will come in on virtual. We're going to delve right in because I noticed last night we were running out of time really quickly. so Karen, would you start us, please?
Yeah. So first of all, I would love for us to just take a moment to really let yourself hear these words. And then let's take a moment to really bring in the coherence of our heart and our brain and our soul with this message, because this message is so powerful. And it's something that I think that it can be really reflected upon tomorrow. Tomorrow's your day. So tonight we're going on lesson number 2 in Holy Shift. And this is the lesson for lesson number 2. Miracles occur naturally as expressions of love. The real miracle is the love that inspires them. In this sense, everything that comes from love is a miracle. So let's just mute ourselves, everybody, and just go into our heart. I want us to just really take this minute to drop into your heart. Stop, drop, and bless. And really think about the miracles that have touched your life. And the love that has always been guiding you. And then as tomorrow unfolds and we wake up, and this is our first thought, just imagine this being the first thought. Miracles occur naturally as expressions of love. That's your first thought of the day. Miracles occur naturally as expressions of love. So that's the holy shift.
Thank you, Karen. And yes, I was reading that for this second lesson, and it's so true. There is only love. And when we can shift into that memory, it is a memory because we already know it, it's nothing new, then the miracles do happen. I was just typing into our online audience that it helps to take notes. When I first started reviewing and learning the lessons in A Course in Miracles, it helped me a lot to make notes so that I could go back and reflect. So
I do that too. And you know, when you take notes, it also helps the part of your brain, you know, that keeps that information in that is in that prefrontal cortex. So it really does, it really is helpful, especially if something really hits you, you know, something that really touches you. Like that really touched me. And I was very excited about sharing it with everybody tonight. I was really, really looking forward to it because, you know, we think of miracles sometimes as like a flash in the pants, you know, something that's hopeful that we're going to get a miracle. But miracles occur naturally as expressions of love. I would put that on a sticky note and put that somewhere where you can continually see it, you know? Just playful ideas.
So agree. I would like to know how many people did your homework. Did I see Charlie raise his hand? Do you know what the homework was?
He wasn't feeling good yesterday.
I know.
I listened to the replay this morning, and I was doing it as Karen was saying it, and everything she was saying, I was looking at in the room at the time. So I did it as you were saying it.
So cool.
Yeah, I was looking at the, you know, even though I was looking forward, I was looking at the lamp, and I was looking at the pen right in front of me, and I was, you know, everything what you were saying was right in the room I was at.
Good.
So,
Thank
I
you.
see that Blue Jean has her hand up.
Right.
So,
Jean,
yeah.
unmute so you can talk. And Kathy said she did the homework. Okay.
Yes, I did the homework. It's one of those ego things, you know, that with all the Buddhist background stuff I did. So it's just one of those ego things. It was nice to visit it, and it was quite fun.
Yeah.
To step back into that. So
I think so too. Thank you. And so I would say your one word would be fun. So that was my next question. Those that did the homework, give me one word that came to you as you were doing that exercise of saying that table doesn't have any meaning. It doesn't mean anything, or that window or that door. What's one word? Throw it out there. Truth. I love that.
Effective.
Yeah.
Familiar.
What was it, Jean?
Familiar.
Familiar.
I've done that all my life.
Okay. Awesome.
I've always realized that things weren't okay. I'm just strange. Okay. But I've always thought that wasn't, I don't know, I can't explain it. That
we're not joining you in that idea that you're strange, because you're not strange. You're beautiful and magnificent.
I've always thought that way, that, you know, that lamp there is probably not a lamp. It might be something else to somebody else. Or, you know, I've always wondered things like that. Like, what do dogs think when they see us?
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you. If anybody else has a one word, what you got?
Material.
Material.
That's a good word, Charlie.
Okay. Suzanne says she was surprised at how easy it was. So hers was easy. Joanne did her homework, but it was hard for her emotionally. It felt so opposite of everything I typically think. We say thank you for everything, not this does not have any meaning. Great point, Joanne. I'm glad you're thinking like that. Yeah, we're going to, as we go along, you're going to, I think, understand it more fully, how we are deconstructing constructs.
Yeah, it's hard to wrap your head around it. you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Auntie Jean, maybe you can change that to I am unique rather than strange.
Okay,
Like,
that's nice. I
I
don't
think
feel
you're
bad
fabulous.
saying I'm strange. I shouldn't, you're right. I should do it positively. Thank you.
Laughter. Laughter is a good one.
laughter. Well, that's great. We want to play with this. When we can get into a lighter,
Then there's a
we're going to learn this a whole lot easier. So if you're saying, that painting, that doesn't mean anything, and then laugh because somebody put a lot of work into that painting, but for us, for this exercise, it doesn't mean anything, and it could not even be a painting. It could have been a mistake.
yeah,
So
and
laugh with it and go with it, and let's really get into the energy of how we can deconstruct. And I love this, Karen. I just love how this whole thing is flowing with even the first exercise.
Rosalind has her hand raised.
Oh, for me, it was body, it was just, well, if I'm the self and I'm seeing these things, then I immediately went to body.
Mhm.
And I was like, well, is this body matter? And it's like, of course it does. Otherwise, wouldn't be able to function without sleep or food. But if you take the body away, it just led to more questions.
Yeah, that does do that.
Of course,
It will do that. But this lesson that we go into, the next lesson does answer a lot of those questions, Rosalind. So how cool is that?
Yeah. And that's one of the things I love about A Course in Miracles. It does lead you to more questions. And honestly, when we do self-reflection and going into that deeper dive, it's going to lead to more questions. Every time that we uncover something, there's going to be, there's something more. And I love the process. And I love the second lesson. Karen, do you want to talk about what you want to share from the books that you have?
Yeah, this is the Sparkly edition. And this is the message that I feel I was called to share to everybody tonight. So just some of the ideas that you may find hard to believe and others will seem quite startling. It does not matter. You are merely asked to apply them to what you see, what you think, what you feel, and what emotions come up. Do not try to change anything. Just don't engage in anything. I loved that. You are not asked to judge them, nor even believe them. That's always ego. Ego always analyzes. Spirit always accepts. It's that simple. Ego always analyzes. Spirit always accepts. It's that simple. So you are merely asked to use them. It is their use which will give them meaning to you and show you how they are true. Remember only this: you need not believe them. You need not even accept them. You need not even welcome them. Some of them you will actively resist. Really pay attention to that. Not judging yourself, but noticing, where do I have resistance with this? None of this will matter, nor decrease their efficiency, but allow yourself to make no exceptions to applying these ideas. Whatever your reactions are to the ideas may be, just use them. Nothing more is required of you. So the next lesson is, I have given everything I see in this room, on this street, from this window, in this place, all the meaning it has for me. The exercises with this idea are the same as those for the first one. Begin with the things that are near to you and apply the idea to whatever you glance. Then increase the range outward, turning your head so that you can include whatever is to either side. If possible, turn around and apply the idea to something behind you. Remain indiscriminate as possible in selecting subjects for the application. Do not concentrate on anything in particular. Do not attempt to include everything in the area, and you will introduce strain. Merely glance easily and fairly quickly around you, trying to avoid selection by size, brightness, color, material, or relative importance to you. Take each subject simply as you see them. Try to apply the exercise with equal ease to a body or a button, a fly or the floor, an arm or an apple. The sole criterion for applying the idea is to anything that your eyes land on. Merely have your eyes light that up and make no attempt to include or exclude anything particular. Be sure you don't specifically exclude anything, because that is the resistance. But if you find yourself, this is what I like about this course, is if you find yourself trying to exclude something, make a note of that, because that's your resistance. And resistance isn't as powerful as you think it is. It's only there to wake you up. Resistance is there to give you the contrast of, do I want this or would I prefer this? And if resistance comes up, it's helping you to see that's not love.
Kathy is a little confused. She says, are we still on lesson 1? No, there's a very distinct thing here. So lesson 1, we looked at things that are around us and we said it doesn't have any meaning. That door, that picture, that window, that, whatever is in your line of vision, it doesn't have any meaning. So that was deconstructing that item so that it's neutral. It doesn't have a meaning. Second lesson is, like Karen was explaining, everything that we see, and don't exclude anything. Everything that you see around you, just go to an item and know that you give it the meaning that it has. I hope we're making sense with this, because
you'll be able to watch the replays. We're going to be doing the lessons a night before, so that you'll be doing the lesson the day following. Right. And everything will be listed on the YouTube channel, so you can, and Teri so graciously has said that she will make a playlist so that you'll be able to just go right to, oh, I missed day 1, so let me go back and look at day 1.
Yeah, and day 1, you're going to do that lesson the following morning. So make it your morning routine, that whatever we've shared with you is the exercise. You know that as soon as you wake up, well, I do it after I say thank you, and then just do the exercise. And really the explanation that's given when this came to be, this Course in Miracles, is don't spend a whole lot of time on it. It shouldn't be a chore, and it shouldn't be hard. So just take the moment to start thinking along this line. Okay, so Kathy says, so now things around me have meaning. They have the meaning that you attribute to them. It's a work in progress, Kathy. We're going to see as it flows, going from lesson to lesson. And that's the thing, when you start with the first lesson and then you see how it's going to progress. So I encourage you to have an open mind, to just do what that lesson says. I love Pam Grout. Pam is one of my favorite people in the whole world. And when she wrote that book, Course in Miracles Experiment, when we gave the lesson for day one, she says, as the Course says, you don't have to believe it. You don't even have to like it. Just follow the damned instructions. Now that's a quote. I didn't say that. She did.
What does she say for lesson 2?
Lesson 2. Okay, so lesson 2, she talks about giving everything the meaning that it has for me. So she just really explains it. But I love what she says here. She says, consciousness creates the material world. And so those things that we see around us, we're constantly dwelling on what we don't want. So if you give a meaning to something, and that's in your world, you're giving it that meaning. That thing is neutral. That experience is neutral. And yeah, Suzanne, whatever meaning you give to it, just look around and just see how you are assigning a meaning to the different things in your life. Okay. I want to just read Alan Cohen's comment from his book. All thinking produces form at some level. And we were talking about creation and love. When you're creating with love and you're putting that energy into what you're bringing to you, what you have in front of you that you're giving meaning to, then it's not going to be that experience of what you don't want. It's going to be what you do want. I think that's an important thing to dwell on that. And I'm bringing Karen's little acronym to us. So remember what he said, all thinking produces form at some level. Karen teaches us wait. Karen?
What am I thinking? Do I want more of that?
Yeah.
If you want more of it, keep your focus on it because it expands. And if you don't want more of that, then let it go. Hand it over to spirit. I always say, stop, spirit, take over, please. Stop, wait, and then you'll see. And bless.
Absolutely. Okay, so somebody's trying to share, but don't know how. You're sharing, so just type in if you have a question or a comment. I don't know who it is because I don't have a name, but I just want to see how we're doing with this exercise. Are you all clear on what the exercise is? So let's talk about that. If there's anyone that would like to ask or need more clarity on it. Okay, so Suzanne's asking, can we give an example?
Yeah, so an example would be, I have given that lamp all the meaning that it has for me. So looking at a lamp, I would first say, that lamp doesn't mean anything. But then I would say, but I have given it meaning. It's neutral. It's a lamp. It's a neutral thing. If I say, I don't really like that lamp, or I love that lamp, I'm giving it meaning. I'm giving it some kind of a like it or don't like it thing. And the thing that this is teaching us and helping us to unlearn is that we have given everything on this planet the meaning that it has for us. And so we are like 7 billion worlds. And that's why everybody has a different idea about what that means to them. Anything you give, anything you share with somebody, they are going to have a different meaning behind it. Some person is going to say, I love white cake. Oh, I love white cake. And somebody else is going to say, I can't eat white cake. I don't like white cake. And the cake is neutral. The cake doesn't care if you want it or don't want it. Just like the lamp doesn't care if you turn it on or turn it off. It doesn't care. And so we as a society have given everything the meaning that it has. And so each of us have an opportunity to choose to see, wow, I have given that meaning. I have. And what it does is it helps you when challenges come up, when obstacles do plop into our dream and plop into the movie and the plot starts to thicken, we can remind ourselves, hey, I'm writing this script. Wait a minute. I'm giving meaning to what this is happening, how this is happening. What can I, this is a really powerful lesson. It starts off really, really important. So if you get these first couple of lessons, you really do start to deconstruct.
You really do. And I love, Joanne says, oh, I have a Tiffany lamp and I love it. And there you go. It's something that maybe is appealing to you. Maybe it's something you wanted. See, these are the things that we can look at is that's there in your world, right? You purchased it or you inherited it or somehow it's there for you to see why, what is your meaning behind having that particular thing? Is it something that was owned by a loved one that's no longer there? Some people hold on to those things that they get. I'm one of them. I'll raise my hand. I have a little stocking, Christmas stocking that my sister knitted, and my sister is in spirit now. And so I can hold that and I can feel her. So what do you attribute to that thing that really is a neutral thing, but what meaning do you give to it? So I hope that's making it a little bit more clear for all of you. Yeah, Blue says, I love these flowers in the vase. And yeah, maybe you're a nature person. And so that's why it has meaning to you. So we don't want to do the homework for you. We want you all to do the homework. But I'm hoping by giving some of these examples that it does help. And Suzanne, thank you for asking that. Suzanne says, now I get it. Thank you. Yeah. Anybody else need more clarity or know what the assignment is so that you can do it?
Yeah, I would do.
Okay, you do
The homework part and stuff like that.
Yeah, just Chris, just look around at things that are around you and just ask yourself, I'm giving this meaning. What is the meaning I'm giving to it?
Yep.
I give this the meaning that it has for me. Just acknowledge that.
Yes, by my Michael record narrative. That would used to be my mom, see? For example.
Yeah. That's a great example. Okay. So we're figuring out that we are giving things meaning. That's the second exercise. Pretty simple.
And remember, miracles happen naturally. They occur naturally as expressions of love. So expect the miracles and watch for them and be ready for them.
Yeah. The Lord up above and the thing called love.
Right, Charlie. So yeah, this is just
That's
an
what came
exercise.
to me when Karen was reading that from the Holy Shift.
Yeah.
That's the song that came to me. So when she was reading that. So.
Thank you. So yeah, basically this is just an exercise in awareness, acknowledgement, and just the knowingness that we think that they have for us. So, and Kathy says, I will do my best. That's all any of us can do, right?
And remember, don't judge yourself. This is all about love. Don't judge yourself.
Yeah.
And if you are judging or analyzing, just know that you've stepped away from your true, authentic, original self.
Just go with it.
Make it fun. Make it fun. Enjoy it. Don't make it too complicated. The angels say we complicate everything. So, so no more complicating. This is going to be simple. I wanted to see there was a message in chat. Yes, we're ending this part of it. Did she leave, Kathleen? I guess she did. Yeah. So we go from 8 to 8:30 with the Course in Miracles discussion. Everyone's welcome to stay around if you want to chant with us. That's what we do next. And Blue says, you got to do the assignment. I find just doing them as they are, not complicated, or putting them in a perspective that is limiting is best. Yeah, don't limit yourself. Don't, oh, here's the thing, you guys. There's no right or wrong. You can't do this wrong. So just have fun with it, and let's just have a discussion tomorrow about how that worked for you. So come prepared to share tomorrow. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rosalind. Thank you for being here.
Happy chanting.
Thank you. And everybody that came in for the discussion, thank you. The ones that are here virtually, Annie and Joanne and Isabel, Kathy Hand, Suzanne. Thank you so much. So much love.
All righty.
Okay, I think we have our chanting family here in Zoom. Well,
now we're growing miracles.
Yeah.
I just love doing this. I just love it.
This is so beautiful.
This was divinely inspired. I know that it was, Karen, and thank you for that.
Just a good listener.
Yes, yes. Oh, there was a quote that I had wanted to read and I forgot. I'll read it tomorrow. I'll remind myself. I'll rewrite it. Okay. So let's get to chanting. So
did you change it and go live again or whatever you had to do?
Oh, we're still live.
I just take it off of the
right.
The Course in Miracles group. So let me do that, Carly.
Yeah, I
knew you did something yesterday, so I wanted to make sure.
Yeah, we're streaming into that group, so I just want that to be just the Course in Miracles discussion.
Right.
So, there we go. Thank you for that reminder.
Okay.
All right. So let's get chanting. Our very first chant is about breaking through the barriers and removing obstacles and looking for those miracles all along the way, because we're doing this with love. So Karen, if you'll talk about this chant, I will type in the words.
Okay, so this is where we're going to chant 3 times slow, and then we'll chant 108 times all together as our beautiful family. Beautiful Auntie Jean will let us know when we get to that magic number, and then beautiful Teri Angel will lead us in the meditation of freedom. And then we'll go into our second chant. So we declare that all obstacles be removed. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. We declare that all barriers, conflicts, and violence be removed.
Om Ganapataye Namaha.
We declare that all illusions and illnesses be removed. Om Ganapataye
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam 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 Ganapataye Namaha. Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam 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 Ganapataye Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam 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 Ganapataye
Go into our hearts with our breath. Really pull that love energy to you and realize that we just opened up doors. This chant is to break through the barriers. And anytime there's a closed door, there's a wonderful experience on the other side, a new beginning. So hold that feeling of freedom as you walk through the door, because we're going into that higher vibration where we're calling to us our miracles. And we're doing that with this next chant, which is Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. And Karen, would you talk about that one, please?
Yes, so this is where we're going to chant 3 times slow, and then we'll chant 108 times all together. Beautiful Auntie Jean will let us know when we get to that magic number, and then beautiful Teri Angel will lead us in the next part of our session. So we declare that all are accepting, aligning, allowing, and awake. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. We declare that all are happy and healthy. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. We declare that all live in peace and harmony and are open and ready to receive miracles. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. 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 Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, 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 Renge Kyo, Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo,
Renge
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo,
Ho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo,
Ho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge Kyo,
Ho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, 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 Nam Myoho Renge Kyo,
Ho
Nam
Renge
Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam
Ho Renge
Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam
Ho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo,
Nam
Nam
Ho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo, Nam Myoho
Ho
Renge Kyo, Nam
Ho
Myoho
Renge
Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam
Ho
Myoho
Renge
Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo,
Ho
Nam
Renge
Myoho Renge Kyo,
Ho
Nam
Renge Kyo.
Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo,
Ho Renge Kyo.
Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Myoho Renge Kyo,
Ho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Ho
Myoho
Renge
Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo, Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Renge Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Let's go back into our hearts with the breath. Feel that energy. That's love. When we let go of everything, we release what's not serving us, and we open our hearts to receive. We receive love because love is the only thing that's real. So hold that love in your heart as you breathe it in, and we're going to chant Om 3 times slowly. Om is the cosmic sound of God. And then we're going to stay in our hearts for that heart-brain coherence. And then we'll give some of that love away into the world. So take a deep breath in, and let's begin the chanting of Om. And now holding that beautiful energy of love, compassion, joy, peace. Let's breathe all of that in deeply into our lungs and exhale it out into the world. It knows where to go. Our only job is to love. So let's do that right now, sending it to where it needs to be in the world. Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. We offered our love out into the world. We hope and pray that those who need that light to shine in their darkness will now open their hearts to receive. Om Shanti. Ah, so beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What a glorious night again. I have just fallen in love with our nighttime that we spend together now every night. And every night we state a declaration. Oh, Auntie Jean, would you lead us in that tonight?
I would be honored. We make this declaration every night, well over 900 days. We've done this, that there is peace on earth. And there is, because it lives inside of us, and it lives inside of you. And so we declare it, and we declare that it does begin inside of us. So please join us as we do this on the count of 3. 3, 2, 1. We
declare that there is peace on earth, and we declare that peace begins inside of us.
So it is.
Always.
And
forever.
Amen.
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 Charlie.
Wake up, Charlie.
Charlie.
Is he frozen?
Oh, I was just enjoying it. Seeing how we've been doing this for 945 days now, Auntie Jean.
945.
Yes, it was 943 at the end of the year. So all you have to do is count the days of the year and add them to 943. So that would be 945 days now. That we've been so lucky as to be together and doing this. It's such a pleasure. And we've been doing this as a group known as the
Peace for peace.
Peace. That would be us. And you too out there. You're a peace. Even if you don't know it.
That would be you, Isabel Reese, who is with us chanting tonight. You are a P for peace.
And the Peapod podcast starts tomorrow too, right, Teri?
Tomorrow, the very first Peapod podcast. And my guest co-host are Dr. Ruth Anderson and Marbeth Dunn. I'm so looking forward to that.
5:30, right, Eastern?
5 o'clock Eastern, happy hour.
5 o'clock Eastern.
Yes. And Joanne is still with us. And Joanne, you are a P for peace, most definitely.
Yep.
Yeah, I have the whole month of January filled up with co-hosts. Well, I have one day that I need one person. And then I'll be going into February, but it's going to be a beautiful month together, just having these deeper discussions
Oh,
online.
so what's that? Every Wednesday?
Charlie,
Tomorrow's
where have you
Tuesday.
been?
I don't know. You just starting this peapod thing.
Karen just said tomorrow.
What? What's tomorrow?
The peapod.
Day.
Yeah, and that's on Wednesday, isn't it? Tomorrow?
No,
Tuesday.
Tuesday tomorrow.
Missing a day there,
Tuesday.
Charles.
All right.
It gets confusing. There's so many
Tuesday.
holidays. It gets
Too much,
I'm
confusing.
like
too
a
much
day
sleep,
late.
Charlie.
I'm a day late, day early, and $2 short.
You've
Okay?
been getting too much sleep, I think.
All right. So it's on two for Tuesday.
Yeah, it is.
Every
Tuesday,
week,
5 o'clock Eastern time.
and that's every week.
Every week.
Okay.
Yes.
Karen,
And
for those of us who are doing the Course in Miracles, could you send us that link where we can get that book?
I
tried
put it in the group.
yeah, it's in the group.
did. Okay, not yesterday, today.
Just in there. It's in the discussion part right now. I just put it in just before
1
we
hour
came in here.
ago.
Oh, okay. Because I tried to get
But
on
it's really
yesterday.
simple, Auntie Jean. It's really simple. It's borderlandorders@gmail.com.
That's what I put in, and I couldn't get it. I
Well,
got
you email him.
Email it, honey.
Yeah, you just email him and say, I'm interested in getting, and
okay.
then he'll send you
Right,
back
I
what
did it
the
wrong.
shipping
Okay.
cost is. You
Okay.
can just make a donation. That's what I did. I just made a donation, and then they just take the shipping out of the donation.
You can also buy it at Amazon, but it costs like $30.
It costs $91.
It was up there. Yeah, it
Oh,
was
it's
way up there on
91. I
Amazon.
know it was real expensive. I know
Yeah,
that.
so if you email him, he'll tell you what the shipping cost is.
Okay, thank you, Karen.
Yeah, I'm going to get a few of them. Ruth asked me to get one for her today. So
Yeah, you can get a whole case of them. There's 12 of them, and all you have to do is pay the shipping.
right.
12 books, and you can think about. I mean, I thought about it, but I don't have that many people to give them to.
I don't have room in the Angel Mobile.
There's a lot
No,
to carry.
I would join in
You
the
can ship
group.
one to me.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay. All right. Well, we've been on here for a bit. Let's have Gracie end this time together for us.
Oh boy, am I lucky? And guess where I am? I'm at a Popeyes. Anyway, getting some chicken. So
Fun.
should I? Yes.
Love that
Dude,
chicken Popeyes.
Can you imagine Louisiana Popeye chicken? So the hills are
bet.
alive with the sound of chanting
And
and the sprinkling of peace and the smile on faces, all because peace is coming around the mountain when we chant. Peace is coming around the mountain when we chant. Peace is coming around the mountain. Smiles on people's faces.
faces.
Peace is coming around the mountain
when we
when
chant.
we chant.
Chant.
Be kind.
Kind.
Thank you.
Oh, how sweet. Oh, this has been so beautiful. Thank you. And thank you to those who hung around with us. Joanne, Marlene, Isabel, thank you for staying with us for the chanting part. And we'll be back tomorrow on day 946.
Yeah.
So come back and join with us. And if you want to come in at 8 o'clock, we hold a discussion on A Course in Miracles. And it's getting good. We're getting to the good stuff. So come on in. We love you all so much. Stay in your hearts and stay blessed. And we leave you with
Nam
Myoho.
Have a
Namaste.
great morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.